guys. Are you ready for your headliner for the evening? Yes!
Oh my god, I'm so happy that you guys are here. This is so much fun. I like this is a great outfit. It rips. Do you guys like color coordinate today? Yeah. It's been my time. Thank you so much.
I'm Isabel, and I'm originally from Wisconsin. I feel like that's important to know about me.
Hi, my name is Ryan. I am a comedian. I have been a comedian my whole life, I would say, except for when I was 5, when I was a ringmaster of an imaginary circus. I went to clown school, and I love Isabel.
So I think a lot of comedians get into comedy for love of stand-up, but I think for me it was curiosity, and I was like, oh my gosh, an art form where you get to talk to people. That's my shit.
I went to a lot of open mics, and because I didn't have a job at the time, I was able to do like 10 to 12 open mics a week, and I would just do comedy. I would just hit my head against that wall and listen to my tapes.
Of course, when I started, I had no clue how hard stand-up would be. Almost every stand-up comedian gets started doing open mics, and that's how I got into it. And I remember my first ever open mic, I absolutely bombed, like not a single laugh.
If our kid comes up to me and is like, Mom, I'm being made fun of at school, I'm going to be like, well, you didn't get it from my side of the family.
I am a firm believer that the only way to get good is to be bad, and accept that, and to just do it and do it and do it. Like there's no cheat code.
But those early days were a lot of trial and error and going to open mics where I was the only woman in the room. Being at all male open mics.
Do you guys gamble?
Yeah.
Like somebody gets behind a microphone, they can say anything. You know what I mean? They'd be like, oh, she's not gonna like this, but rape joke or violence against women joke. You know what I mean? And that's like kind of dark, but it exists in comedy. People can say some crazy things when they get behind a mic. There's plenty of ways to be funny without being a dick.
I'm gonna be with you the whole night though, you guys. I'm your host. Are you ready for your next comic? Are you ready?
The only way to really get better is actually to do shows, and the best way to do that is to start running your own. I'd walk into like dive bars, the community center that we started at, and I told them, hi, I'm Ryan and I produce comedy shows. A lie. And I'd like to produce a show here. Until there was somebody who believed me enough to let me do it. And then from that point on, it was scramble, figure it out, start marketing, learn how to market, learn how to produce a good show, learn how to host. I wanted the name to evoke the idea of play. I just wrote down every childhood game I could think of. It was like tag, this, and then one of the names I wrote down was Duck, Duck, Goose. I woke up one morning like, Duck, Duck, Goofs.
I went to a Goofs show. That was my first stand-up show I went to in Boston. So I kept going back. I would keep going to shows. Eventually I got into stand-up myself, and I asked Ryan out. Around the same time that I started comedy, I kept asking Ryan, like, can I be involved in this way? Can I be involved in this way? And so from there, I just became more and more a part of the company.
I don't know of any other comedy club like that has a couple running it who, like, we have no corporate investors, no corporate money, nothing above us. We just love it. The only profit motive is making enough profit that we can continue to exist and grow. We want people to feel like they're at friends. We feel like we're welcoming them into our home.
I was like, Dad, I don't want to objectify women with you.
Working with Ryan, figuring out the dynamic of being a couple, being business partners, being managers together at the club has been this insane journey for us.
There are so many balls that we are juggling, both together and alone at all moments. When we both feel ourselves dropping a ball, or we feel the other person dropping a ball and going and being gentle and loving and always coming back to a place of like, this is supposed to be hard actually, and I really love you. And also that sucked.
Whenever I show somebody who's only seen me our engagement photos, they go, huh.
I have to remind myself that it's hard. I have to be like, oh, it's hard to run a business together, you know? But he's just like my number one. He's my best friend. I always know that he's got my back.
She is such a like kind and generous and thoughtful and beautiful and just like all around like rock star of a person that it is the highest highs with her. What I like most about performing and running Goofs is the problem solving. I love when things go wrong and we get to make something out of them. That's what I love about like any live performance, any live theater. It's not curated. I mean, it is curated, but you're not always seeing the best thing ever in that exact moment where everything went exactly as planned because you can't choose a different take.
I am a threat, is what I'm trying to say.
When people leave Goofs, I want them to feel like they were a part of something. Not only did I see something that brought me joy, but I got to participate in it.
It is such a surreal feeling. There's 90 people in this room and they chose to spend their Friday night hanging out at something that we have built for them. And it is a miracle that they are here. And I hope they don't find out that we have no idea what we're doing.
That is not like you.
I love hosting and performing because you get to make a relationship with those people. I mean, I'm the seater at Goofs. It's normally gonna be me that brings you to your seat. And for me, that's where the relationship starts. I don't know very many other clubs where the hosts and performers are running your drinks, seating you, welcoming you at the door. And it makes it feel to me like I'm welcoming you into Ryan and I's house. And that's my favorite part. I love making people laugh, I love making people smile. But the best part for me is that we're all having a party together.
We found a thing we can do where we get to constantly perform and do comedy and like live our lives as performers and educators and just like in community. It's such a dream. I just feel so lucky and so blessed. We get to do everything we want to do. Holy shit, I never thought I'd get to perform every night of the week.
Give it up for your host,
We have shows Wednesday through Saturday. The purpose of the Wednesday show is to give our professional comedians that we work with an opportunity to develop new material. It's billed and advertised and sold as an all-new material show. You are going to a show that is much more freeform. Oftentimes that is my favorite show of the week because it just is such a beautiful creative space, and like having something that exists that's all new jokes is phenomenal. The shows became way better. And they were always good, but like people are riffing on each other's sets. Nobody's repeating the same like crowd work. Everybody's connected. It's a really, really like lovely experience.
Give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and he'll never want to shut the fuck up about it.
I'll walk you through like a Friday or Saturday. That's our busiest night. One of my jobs here at Goofs is managing the room. So I come in and I immediately start setting up how many chairs and tables that we'll need. for a show. When I first see someone come through the door, like that moment is so incredibly important to me. The performance starts when they come in. And, and not a performance in a way where it's fake, but in a way that there's never a moment where we want to be caught on our heels. We want them to know that we've thought about every step of their experience here. I think we've said this before, but it's like hosting a really big, like a really big dinner party.
Yeah.
That's like pre-show. And then from pre-show, we will go into the show. And so we bring up the musician, whoever is bringing up the musician will also often bring up the host. On a weekend, we do touring headliners. We do a few comics before them, and then they do like a half-hour to 45-minute headlining set. Throughout the show, we're running food, we're running drinks. Ryan and I tend to take more of a manager position there.
That bitch says I'm bipolar.
That's the 7 p.m. And now after the 7 p.m., there's still 2 more shows. So the 7 p.m. happens and people start arriving for the 9 around 8:30. So they're waiting out by the bar. And so as soon as the first show ends, we do a super quick flip over if we need to. We change the room again. The room expands and contracts based on how many guests we're planning on having. So we change the room, we bring people in, the 9 p.m. happens, and then after that, the 11. Weekend nights are definitely a marathon, even though they feel like a sprint. It's like you're sprinting a marathon.
I love doing things that other producers and clubs think are wrong. Because I love challenging this notion. Like, we do all mobile ordering, and almost every other comedy club in the country, when given the option, said no to mobile ordering, right? They said no because they're like, then people will be on their phones the whole time. Yeah, if the show's bad.
We're seeing this as hosting a dinner party. Why, if we have great entertainment, why would we have bad food? When an audience member will say, wow, the food here is way too good for a comedy club. That's the biggest compliment. At the end of the day, we are a couple that started a business together while I'm finishing grad school and while we're planning a wedding, which is bonkers and really hard. I mean, it has been. Not that I wouldn't do it again, because everything that we've worked for, we're getting to see it blossom. But I know how much work on both of our ends went into that. And so people will often come up to us after the show and they'll be like, you have the most fun job ever, or like, I bet you guys just make jokes all the time. And like, they don't see maybe that we just had a fight over running a drink or something. And then we had to go on stage and be like, and we're the owners and we're in love.
Oh my God.
Guys, thank you so much for coming here. We are a small, local, independent, family-owned comedy club. It's Isabel and I who run the place, so it means the world does to see you all here. That was a great sound.
But our work life is our home life. And I don't think that's something that I fully understood that was going to be happening. But we've had to work to build more barriers, and we're still not there yet. And I'm really hopeful and excited for the years to come and the work-life balance we begin to build.
I see conflict as one of the best parts about our relationship because of how we communicate and handle it. And I always feel like our relationship is so much stronger. One of the best parts about our relationship is that we can very healthily be mad at each other. It's healthy for us to feel intense feelings.
When we go up at the end of the show, and we do this at the end of every show, and we say we're a locally, independently owned business, it's a family business, that is the moment that every single night reminds me that we're okay.